Hey guys, JV here. Excited you're with me today, and we're going to be talking about the Supernote A5X versus the reMarkable 2. You see, one of the videos that really rocked it on my channel for over 90,000 views was 6 reasons to buy the Supernote A5X versus the reMarkable 2. Now, what's crazy about this is I did a 6 reasons to buy the reMarkable 2 over the Supernote A5X also, and it only got like 10,000 views. So what that tells me, there's a lot of people out there that were shopping for the Supernote versus the reMarkable 2 and looking for alternatives, and that might have had something to do with their subscription model that came out a few months ago. But I wanted to revisit this video and go through the 6 things that I talked about and see if they still hold true to what I had said a year ago, right? Has there been any improvements? Has there been any change in a year of using both these devices? And the truth is, I use both of them. I still use the reMarkable 2 for a lot of notes when I'm out carrying it, and I use my Supernote for my planner specifically, but also for notes, and I'm going to get into that a little bit more. So the first reason that I had back in the day was for the quick opening ability. And the truth is that quick opening ability still works. It's still great. I always have my planner ready to go. By the way, you can go to my website and get the free planner if you want. It's a Get It Done Now planner. But when I open it up, it's right there on the page that I want. I love it. And whatever notebook that you keep open, it's going to go directly to those notes when you open the case. So that is still a huge win. I still think it's one of my favorite parts of it. When you go to the reMarkable, yes, you open it up and you can get there. But it's quick, it's fast, first world problem, but I do like the ability of that to do it. The next thing that I really like about the Supernote A5X is the stylus. I'm still a huge fan. You know, if you've watched my videos here on the channel, we are always looking at different styluses. The comparison, there is no comparison. You know, I do like the eraser function on the reMarkable 2, but it doesn't really matter, Remy. I mean, it takes just a couple seconds to quickly hit the eraser function on the A5X, and I really like the ceramic nib. I personally like the way it writes. Some people kind of don't like it. I think it's a clean, real, detailed way to write, and I like it. Again, I like the reMarkable 2, but it really helps with the A5X having a really good stylus. Their styluses are just off the charts. Okay, and the third one was writing experience. Now, this one is the one that gets a little bit difficult, right? Because it's all about writing on paper. That's what we're trying to do is find a paper replacement. That's what reMarkable did. And the truth is, these devices are really single-use devices. They're not going to be used as an iPad or as a Samsung tablet, which I have coming. I have the I don't remember, S8 Ultra coming. It'll be here tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be talking about that. But these are single-use, really for notes, specifically the reMarkable more single-use than the Supernote because you can put a Kindle on that. We'll talk about it in a minute. But really, the writing experience is different. This has a ceramic nib, and I would say if you like real detail writing, then a Supernote A5X holds up. If you like to do, like I do sometimes on the reMarkable, I'll use the marker pen and make it really big and make some notes. This does have some advantages, and again, being here on the internet, it's really hard to, not have you experience both things. But again, going back to the nibs on the reMarkable will wear down. You're going to have to get new nibs for it. The A5X does not, and that nib works forever, and there's something to that, and that, I think, is a really big part of this, okay? The next one was built in with Android. I discussed this at length, saying how important it was to have an Android device, and also went against it a little bit with the reMarkable, which is a Linux device. Again, the software on the reMarkable is single function, single use, replace your notebook. That's what it's going to be used for, and that's what it's about. Now, what was a big controversy? The subscription. You have to pay a subscription for a lot of the stuff you should get for free. At least a lot of people thought that way, and I've had videos on that. You can watch them. But that was a big one with reMarkable 2. With the Supernote, the big thing is their future roadmap is out there. They talk about it. They're one of the biggest companies that communicate a lot about what they want to do with this device. And yes, the Android has worked well. I personally don't use the Kindle on it. I use it as a single-use device, notes, and my planner. That's really what I use this device for. So I don't want to tell you that yeah, the Kindle's great and all those, I don't utilize it. So I don't utilize it. They did add landscaping to the PDF and some other things that are great. But being Android, they can do a lot with this tablet, and they are constantly upgrading and listening to their customer base. I still think that's a win. So those 6 reasons are still holding true to this day. The next one was a drop test. Now, I've had this for over a year and a half now. I have not broke it. It hasn't broken yet. And I said that, I had some reports of the reMarkable 2 breaking, and there are some reports. This is, I still think, just a magical device. I think the way that it was created, the feel of it, the heft of it, I really like my reMarkable 2. In fact, when we just did my mastermind meetings, mentor circle meetings, 4 of the people had these. Not everybody had the Supernote. But I think what is happening in the e-ink world is these guys are starting to catch up because of the fact of their future roadmap, and the device is pretty solid. It may not be as artistic as the reMarkable 2. It may not have the look of the reMarkable 2, but it functions well. It works for what you're doing. And again, it's all going to come down to that feel of that writing. Some people love it, some people don't, and that's the big challenge. But I don't mind it. I like them both. But the drop test was the reason, because they had done a drop test and it didn't break. But neither devices have broken for me. I do think this device would probably hold up a little bit better in a drop test than a reMarkable. The reMarkable definitely has some people saying some things about the glass. So yes, similar thing that I said a year and a month ago, basically when I did the video. Yes, the drops test, it does feel a little sturdier, but again, they didn't break in a year. The 6th thing that I had that I thought they were superior than the reMarkable was their customer service. And I'll still say that. I was doing a video the other day and I had a couple stains on here, and Supernote said, wow, we saw your stains. Let's send this over. I've only spoken to reMarkable one time. And look, I'm not anybody. I'm not here to claim I'm anybody. I'm just a YouTuber doing stuff. But man, these guys are out there on Reddit. They're talking. They're trying to figure out how they can make their device better. And they're constantly on it. So yes, customer service is still a big plus. And back when I did that video a year ago, they didn't have the subscription model in place, which a lot of people got frustrated with the reMarkable 2 was the subscription model. So the truth is the customer service is better. So out of those 6 things, right, that we talked about, really the writing experience is something that you got to feel for yourself. If you're still looking for this, now I would love to have you talk in the comments, because this is more of a community than a channel. And there's a lot of people watching this wondering, should I go get the reMarkable or should I get the Supernote? Or should I stick with an iPad or maybe an iPad killer that I got coming tomorrow, the Samsung, that I can't wait to see how that feels with that S Pen, that S8 that I got coming, because that could actually make a run at these devices, because you carry everything in one. And as you know, I use my iPad mini a lot. I use a lot of these devices. But if you're looking for one of these devices and you're like, man, I want a single-use device, maybe put my Kindle on it, then obviously you got to go the Supernote, because it's going to have the Kindle. If you just want to take notes, I still am a big fan of reMarkable 2. I'm not going to hammer it, but they do have a subscription service now, and you got to look at what they're doing with the device. With the Supernote, it really seems like in the kind of the community of people talking, this thing is really getting out there, and a lot of people are liking the device. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? What do you think of the writing experience? A lot of people in my community have both these devices. Which device do you like to write better with? And what do you think, reMarkable 2 or the Supernote A5X? This is a video going back and looking at the 6 reasons that I would say buy the Supernote A5X at this point, and I think they still hold true. If you want a single device that's just going to take notes and replace paper, I still don't think you can go wrong with the reMarkable 2, but these guys are listening. It seems like they're making strides in the right direction. The device still works great, and unless you really want the artistic feel and the look of the reMarkable 2, the Supernote A5X does have some advantages at this point. So please let me know in the comments below, what do you think? What are the advantages of Supernote A5X? Are these 6 appropriate? Are there other things that I should have included? I like to keep my videos kind of simple, and then the community kind of jumps in. What's your feel on the writing experience? Supernote A5X or reMarkable 2? Let me know. A year later, all 6 still stand true. Those are the 6 reasons I believe the Supernote A5X right now is why you should buy it over the reMarkable 2. All right, thanks so much for watching the video. Comments down below. Until the next video, go have a fantastic day, and thank you for being a part of my community here on YouTube. Go do it to it.